Emily, will you tell Ate what to do? Because he'll be the first person.
Yes.
And then he can model.
Yeah, I won't be able to pass the crowd. What are we worried about?
There's a big space between
If we have to, we'll just pick it up and move it down. I think I'd feel better about moving the tent back, taking the podium up and putting it on here.
You want to grab the other side?
You got it?
No, we're good.
You'll be able to see your Can we each grab a leg?
I think we need...
We're good. It looks a little strange to me, that's all. Blue tent. Because if we moved it back, we could always in the rain. Perfect. This will keep the electronics dry.
It would not be a good thing to have the Janice problems. No?
Until your final days.
It's a good thing we don't have a problem.
We made a deal, right, Josh?
I guess the tent is maxed out. Is that what's
Yes, and normally you have seats going off like on the sides, outside the tent.
We've just got everybody crunched in.
So I heard this morning that your talk is all in French. No, there are two French words easily explained.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Holderness School's 140th Commencement celebration. We'd like to begin with the invocation with Father Hill.
The Lord be with you. Let us pray. O God of sun and rain, God of formality and familiarity, God of celebration and of sadness, God of life and death and of new life, we begin today with invocation. We call upon you with grateful hearts of faith and fear, offering this moment and these proceedings to your glory. You are with us always, and yet we seek a special sense of your presence today. Help us find you in every smile, every handshake, every hug. Help us see you in the love of parents and families, in the friendship of classmates, and in the commitment of the adults here who work to make Holderness a community worthy of God and humankind. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Father Hill. Family, friends, members of the class of 2019, Board Chair Bob Hall, Bishop Rob Hirschfeld, Commencement Speaker Miss Janin Pedron Nielsen, and members of the Holderness Board of Trustees, it's my great pleasure and humble privilege to welcome you to our commencement today to honor this amazing class of 2019. I now will invite Board Chair Bob Hall to the podium.
Thank you, Phil. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to welcome parents, family, friends, our inspiring faculty, the dedicated staff, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and most importantly, the class of 2019. Wow, does it seem like 4 years ago you made the right-hand turn onto Chapel Drive to be greeted by overly enthusiastic senior leaders? Great work on project outreach. As a Philadelphian, we thank you for clearing the vines in our park and eating our cheesesteaks. Your class has a very high standard when it comes to the arts. That sure came out during Artward Bound. Hey, it only snowed 8 of 11 days on Outback. In 20 years, when you're on a chairlift and you meet a fellow Holderness alum, of course, the first thing you will do is compare notes to see who had the tougher Outback. I think your class will win. In this era of helicopter parents, or now I understand they are referred to as snowplow parents, you have bucked the trend. The wrath of Cabot's early morning work crew, getting a dreaded B- on a Mumford biolab, or having Houseman or Barry cut you to the B team are all things that will define you more than you may know. Holderness is filled with ups and downs like the weather this spring, but is sending you out on top. You're going to do great things in your colleges. You will arrive on those campuses with a sense of humility and values. You will be more interested than interesting. Think about that one. I used that last year. Your actions will speak louder than words, and good news, no job programs, sit-down dinners, or Saturday classes. Your time in the classroom will be built on the solid foundation this faculty has passionately provided. You will hear radical ideas, meet polarizing people, and will come away a better citizen of the world. I have been lucky to observe your class. You seem to be fairly laid back while getting things done. You are generally happy, supportive, and Dylan tells me even genuine. It was nice to have ABBA on campus this summer, a surprise in boys ice hockey, lots of success, girls basketball and field hockey, huge musical talents. Nice job, Charlie, Allegro, Will, and Lexi ripping through poetry out loud. You guys have a great balance between the arts and sports. I might be a touch reflective. This is my final act after 8 years on our board. I have come to realize that as we identify with Holderness, this makes us diligent, humble, curious, and able winter campers. These are qualities that will stick with each of you for the rest of your lives. We are very proud to have you representing us, and I, along with the Board of Trustees, are excited to see what the future holds for the class of 2019.
When I grow up, I want to have a voice like Bob Hall. It's my honor now to introduce this year's commencement speaker. Janice Nielsen is the longest tenured female teacher in Holderness School's history. None of us today know all the challenges that Ms. Nielsen faced and accomplished in making Holderness a truly co-ed school. What we do know is that when Ms. Nielsen showed up, she was one of 3 female faculty. Now, fast forward 38 years, and today, over half of our faculty are women. Janice is truly a Holderness pioneer. In addition, Ms. Nielsen was the intellectual leader of the school for 2 decades as the director of studies and then academic dean. Madame has always modeled teaching excellence for generations and colleagues and students. And we're honored to have her be our commencement speaker on this 140th Holderness commencement. Let's welcome Ms. Nielsen to the podium.
Good morning, and thank you, Mr. Peck, for that wonderful introduction. Like the students here, I appreciate that Holderness has nurtured many different aspects of my career. I've been very lucky to be able to receive the support of Holderness as I've tried out new things and served the school and our local community in many different ways. It's an honor to be your speaker today. For this talk, I promise 2 things: to be brief and to encourage you, as I will remind you of things that you probably already know. First, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2019. We are so proud of you and so glad to see you sitting in these chairs today. You've done great things, and you've worked hard. You've accomplished so much since you've started school, and we know you'll accomplish a lot more in the future. You too will try out different paths as you live your lives. That's why we call this commencement. Le commencement, the beginning of your adult lives. I'm truly excited for all of you. I also want to thank all of the people who have supported you, your parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, and teachers. They've helped you throughout your lives, and they will continue to support you. I hope you'll thank them yourselves, because no one's life journey happens alone. Which brings me to the topic of this talk. Mr. Ford and Mr. Barton often refer to Holderness as countercultural, because we do many things here that are not found all that often in mainstream culture. We ask you to put your phones away when you're in class or assembly or a meal. We believe in relationships, and we go out of our way to create ways in which you're encouraged to make them. We have a community service requirement that pushes you to get out of your comfort zone and hopefully to learn about the lives of those less fortunate than you are. We sing at assemblies. We have a job program where you serve others in the school every day. These are all the basic activities that help create relationships and a community where we develop care and concern for each other, and where we learn how to be helpful and to lead each other. We also learn that we accomplish more when we cooperate and that we depend on others to help us as well. Why does Holderness do these things? Well, at a minimum, we want you to develop a sense of responsibility for your community, whether that's now or in the future. But in the long term, it's also because we want you to be truly happy. What? You're thinking? Holderness makes me get up in the morning to wash dishes, or clean classrooms, or collect recycling to make me happy? Right. I don't get it. Okay, here comes the part where I'm going to remind you of things that you probably already know. Our society is very good at celebrating the individual and individual achievements. We share common knowledge of individuals who've done impressive things, or who are amazingly wealthy, or who are famous for other reasons. Our society does not always celebrate being other-centered, even though doing work for others is essential to our own lives. Making sure that everyone in our society has a decent quality of life is not only good at the ideological level, it is beneficial to each of us individually. We are all healthier when the whole society is healthy, for example. Confusingly, though, our culture often gives us messages that make our individual lives harder to feel good about. That success means being wealthy or famous, or that what's important in life is to have the most impressive career on record. You know, when someone says, "Oh, that person is so successful," we generally interpret that statement as, "Oh, that person's made a lot of money." And what does that mean? Is everyone who's wealthy and famous really happy? The number of celebrity suicides over the past several years might give us that answer. So, as you already know, the secret to being happy may not be found in wealth or fame alone. Now, we all know that doing a job we love is more fun in life than doing a job we don't love. Your parents and those who have supported you through Holderness have given you that gift, in part, so that you'll be able to choose a career you love. And that's great, because we know that you will be probably changing your career path a few times in your life. What's terrific about your experience at Holderness, and hopefully about your experience in college, is that it will grant you the privilege to be able to do just that, to find work you love, to change, and to choose new paths as time passes. But is that the goal for your life's work? To have the most impressive career imaginable? Well, I guess that would depend on whom you're impressing and whom your career benefits. If you can use your work in ways to make the world a better place, then it is worth having. But if it's a career that limits you solely to economic gain, takes you away too much from your family or community, or is very self-serving or even harmful to the fabric of our society in its essence, it will ultimately not provide the happiness you seek in life. There are a few leaders in our society who have reinforced that idea. Aimé Césaire, a well-known philosopher, writer, and social activist from Martinique, is credited with bringing about change in the way the whole world viewed colonization. He claimed that colonial power hurt both the colonizer and the colonized, and that both suffered in life from that unjust relationship. By the time he was writing, slavery had ended 80 years prior, but many people in Martinique were still living the lifestyle of their enslaved grandparents and great-grandparents. It would have been very easy for him to write and speak to incite the people to revolt, to create war, and to hate and harm their colonizers. Instead, though, he stated that the only way to resolve the wrongs of that relationship were for all people to come together with the goal of truly helping one another. He is commemorated at the airport in Fort-de-France with the statement, "One small step together is worth much more than a great solitary leap." We know this statement is true because we know that when we work together, we gain faith in each other and hope for the future. We understand each other at a deeper level, and we are then able to find better solutions to the problems at hand. Today, Martinique is a department of France. People there consider themselves French first, then Martiniquais. As such, they are also voting members of the French government and the European Union, and therefore they shape policies on a global scale. Without the mutual goal of working together, that shared identity and power to bring about positive change would not have been possible. New York Times columnist David Brooks recently wrote an article entitled "5 Lies Our Culture Tells," in which he explored the theme of individualism and individual achievement that our culture seems to value. He believes that valuing our individual selves over being other-centered is what is causing our nation to fall into a spiritual and emotional crisis. In this article, I found 4 of those lies pertinent to this talk. First, career success is fulfilling. Second, I can make myself happy. Third, life is an individual journey. And fourth, rich and successful people are worth much more than poorer and less successful people. These statements are, of course, all interconnected, and Brooks calls all of them flawed because they're devoid of what we know to be the sources of real happiness, relationships, and lasting legacies of things we've done in life that make a difference to others. We all know that while a career that we love is enjoyable, it does not fulfill us in the same way that love does. Love for family, friends, and community. We also know that we don't ever really have individual journeys. A rich life is filled with other people and difficult choices that we often make because of those other people. Individual journeys are often linear. And if you ask your parents, they will tell you how non-linear life's journeys are, as we commit to each other, to projects and plans, and as we adjust to the changes life unexpectedly throws our way. You can go ahead and move up if you would like. Everybody move up. Go right ahead. That was pretty good timing, right?
Yes.
So as we adjust to the changes life unexpectedly throws at us, and as for our importance based on wealth or success, Dr. Martin Luther King answered that question. In a speech he gave in 1968, he said, "Everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics and physics to serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love." Dr. King tells us that our own greatness, our importance, is really about how important we are to other people. When we help people, whether individually or on a larger scale, we become important to them. When we take care of our own children or the children of others, we become an important part of their lives, and through that care, we create a positive impact on the future. When we commit our time to cleaning the neighborhood or improving the environment or fighting for social justice, we become important to those who will benefit from our work. We therefore become important because we have worked for something larger than ourselves. And that kind of importance brings us more happiness because we know that it has made a difference for others and the world. Well, class of 2019, I told you I'd be brief and remind you of a few things you already know, and I hope I've done that. You are all already successful in life, and by continuing your hard work, you will continue to be successful. We send you off this day of this beginning, to continue to be successful and to remember that being other-centered is what will make you happy in your life. However, you will need to stay strong. In college and the workplace, you may not always easily find others who will remind you of these things. In fact, because they've been brought up to believe the lies David Brooks says our culture teaches us, they may be openly hostile towards the truth you represent. They may call you crazy or unintelligent. They may exclude you from their group. These people will act as though they are smarter about life than you are, at least until they discover that their choices have not made them truly happy. That's when you need to check in with us. Come back. Come back to your Holderness family, your Holderness friends, and your Holderness teachers and mentors. Like your parents and families, we will remind you that the things you already know are right. Right for you and right for others. We've been committed to you from the start, and we will be here for you always. So as you leave, here's my wish for you. In your lives, I wish you all many more experiences, many challenges, many really hard choices, and many opportunities to be other-centered. In other words, I wish you love and happiness always.
Thank you, Ms. Nielsen, for an admonition and encouragement to be other-centered and countercultural as we all go forward, but especially the class of 2019. In appreciation for being our commencement speaker, we have Herb Waters was a colleague of actually a few years before Ms. Nielsen, and is a nationally renowned printmaker. Anyway, we have a print to express our appreciation for Ms. Nielsen. Thank you. Now we're fortunate to have President-elect Abby Vieira to come forward.
Saying goodbye is hard. I know that's such an artless phrase, but how, in mere minutes, can you explain how special it was to have some of you as leaders in my dorm, study partners in my classes, and teammates on the field? And for you, these 81 strangers you once never knew the names of are now the main characters of your stories here. They were the ones who were behind you and cheering your name as you experienced many of your firsts, like the first time scoring 1,000 points, the first time singing in a play, the first time competing in poetry out loud, or the first time coming out of the closet. So it only makes sense that you are all here for each other's final laughs. Being in the class of 2020, we look up to you constantly as our role models. Always one step ahead and a year wiser, we have followed your lead throughout these past 3 years. And as we sit closer and closer to the front of these white chairs, it's daunting to accept the fact that we'll have to go on one more year without the class of 2019 paving the way. So as you look to the people to the left and right of you, I hope you can take comfort in the fact that we all share the same anxiety and excitement that comes with your journey onto new things. But even though you may study different subjects, sleep in different dorms, and eat different foods, I hope that the main quality that defines you here will stay constant, your connection with this community. As seniors, your whole year has been one big countdown. With 217 days to go, you all came in having experienced your last Holderness move-in day. With 148 days to go, you ran around the bonfire one last time. With 112 days to go, you did your last lip-sync dance, and with 37 days, you saw your last spring play. Now, today is your final day. Those blazers and white dresses you once admired as a freshman with 651 days to go are now being worn by you. In these moments in between, I have been lucky to create such close relationships with some of you. And I know that when you all leave, you'll create a massive hole in our daily school routines. It's sad to see old faces turn into new ones, but I hope you take excitement in acknowledging the fact that your new journey starts as soon as you leave this campus. So shoot that extra basket, sing that song out loud, and take the path less traveled. Just make sure you come back every now and again to share those new stories, filling the gap that I know, you know, and everyone knows will be missed. Congratulations.
Thank you, Abby. And for one last time, we get to hear President Dylan DeVries. Come.
Good morning to the class of 2019 and everyone who has made the trip long and short to come celebrate this special day with us. Today officially marks the end of the Holderness journey that we have been a part of for so long. When we first showed up to campus a few years back, we had no idea what we'd be getting ourselves into. This journey has taken us from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to the White Mountains, New Hampshire, from New England Championships to China, and from the stage to 3 days of solitude. We've been dragged out of our comfort zone and forced to try new things. This is where the true beauty of Holderness is found. Holderness forcing us out of our comfort zone multiple times at this point of our lives is something that I and the class of 2019 will be forever grateful for. Being forced out of our comfort zone has helped us learn more about the world we live in and ourselves as individuals. On PO, we traveled down to Philadelphia. We helped those in need by working in food banks, playing with the children at homeless shelters, and cleaning up in different parts of the city. Through this, we learned how truly lucky we really are, and we should not take anything for granted. Our motto over AB was disrupt your peace, and I believe the different art forms that we were allowed to try truly disrupted many of our pieces. Because of this, we each learned new things about ourselves. 11 days in the woods is never easy, but 11 days in the woods during the harsh New England winter is truly a daunting task. For us, this was a monumental step outside of our comfort zone. But through this, we were stripped of the extra things in life and learned how to live without them. As teenagers, this could never be an easy task. But through Holderness, we realized the greater things in life. For that, I would like to say thank you to Holderness. I'd also like to say thank you to the class of 2019 for truly making this 4-year journey as fun as it could be. Every single one of you has the potential to do whatever it is you dream. In a few moments from now, we're going to go our separate ways, but we'll never be that far apart. We'll always have each other as the class of 2019. Thank you.
Well done, Dylan. Thank you. We'll miss you speaking to us next year. Before we present the diplomas, we have 3 special awards we'd like to present. The first award is our Distinguished Alumni Award, which is awarded annually. The Distinguished Alumni Award honors an alumnus or alumna who has displayed outstanding leadership and/or service in her or his community or professional field. The Distinguished Alumni Award this year is going to Don Whittemore, class of 1978. When you think of a fire chief, you probably don't think of a business executive with a master's degree from Yale. But career stints in big tech, communications, and sales never seemed to really fit Don Whittemore's passion. The flames of Don Whittemore's passions were fanned by volunteer firefighting. After a move to Boulder, Colorado, and several encounters with wildfires, Dawn decided to transition from the corporate world to do full-time fire work. Don joined the National Park Service as a fire specialist where he fought wildfires from New Mexico to Florida and helped the Park Service integrate technology improvements into their operations. Desiring some stability, Don became the assistant chief at the Boulder Heights Fire Department and eventually became the first full-time fire chief of the Boulder Mountain Fire Authority. After several years in this role, Don stepped down as chief and worked as an emergency service coordinator for the Boulder Sheriff's Office. Now Don is a cadre member for the Mission-Centered Solutions, the prominent service provider for the wildland fire industry, developing and delivering training programs to over 30,000 agency personnel with program graduates from more than 60 domestic and international agencies. Nominated by close friend and schoolmate Christine Lewis, class of '81, Don is described as a wilderness firefighter who spent his career helping rescue and protect the lives of Colorado and other states, residents, wildlife, and forest. He is truly a humble servant leader and an amazing human being. Our mission and motto, as we know, calls us to service leadership. Don's career as a civil servant certainly lives up to the ideals of our school to work for the betterment of humankind and God's creation. It is my great pleasure that Holderness School awards 2019 Distinguished Alumni Award to Don Whittemore, who has displayed outstanding leadership and service in both his community and his professional field. Congratulations, Don.
Thank you for that. Mr. Peck said I could, have a brief moment, which I understand it's under an hour? So, no, well, I was given 1 minute. Last October, I had the opportunity to spend 3 weeks in the Grand Canyon floating it. And I went to the Grand Canyon with one question that I wanted to really kind of pick apart. And that was, has my life had meaning? And I really needed to. It just seemed like I was at that point in my life, I needed to answer that. 3 days into the trip, one of the team members, one of the folks on our group rowing the boat, I discovered 10 years earlier, I'd spent an hour extracting him from a head-on car collision. His life was saved, and we discovered that by complete accident. I had other pieces, but there were data points that kind of started to paint a picture, but didn't give me the answer. When I got the note from Mr. Peck telling me of this award, I found my answer. So for the class of 2019, congratulations, and please make your life meaningful.
Wow.
Thank you, Don, and welcome home. It's great having you here. The Reverend B.W. Pete Woodward Jr. Prize is awarded in recognition of a Holderness graduate in their junior year in college for exceptional leadership, academic achievement, and/or service to their college community. In Lin-Manuel Miranda's Broadway smash hit, Hamilton, there's a song called My Shot, where Alexander Hamilton declares, "Just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry." Young, scrappy, and hungry, choice words for Alexander Hamilton, are equally characteristic of this year's recipient of the Reverend Pete Woodward Jr. Prize, who just so happens to be a rising senior at Hamilton College. Sorry. Mr. Barton always told me, "Phil, you're sincere, but you're not funny." A 2016 Holderness graduate, Maggie Kuna, was a force during her time at Holderness, and it seems that she's only gotten stronger. Her accomplishments are many, but a common thread is a focus on serving others. Maggie serves as a site coordinator of a local food pantry. She tutors struggling elementary school students, advances campus sustainability efforts, recruits volunteers, and coaches Special Olympic participants, and leads the Hamilton Association for Volunteering, Outreach, and Charity. On top of all of this, she somehow manages to make the dean's list every semester she's been at Hamilton. Maggie's decision to study public policy and education at Hamilton College took root in her senior thesis at Holderness that focused on access to affordable childcare for women transitioning from homelessness. And just like her senior thesis, Maggie continues integrating action into her learning. In addition to her robust service work, she spent last summer as a congressional intern for U.S. Representative William Keating, not our Will Keating, and hopes to design and implement policy. Maggie, in her own words, wants to be on Capitol Hill in some capacity advocating for the things that I believe in and using the privileges and advantages that the education I have to make advantages more equitable for all people. It is my great honor to award the Reverend B.W. Pete Woodward Jr. Prize to Maggie Kuna for her exceptional leadership, academic achievement, and unparalleled service to others. Maggie. Our final special award is the Reverend Douglas Thurner Award. The Reverend Douglas E. Thurner Award is named in honor of the 8th Bishop of New Hampshire and a faithful servant of Holderness School. This award is given to a person who has significantly increased and furthered the mission of our school. It is my great honor and humble privilege to present this award to my dear friend and partner on the Board of Trustees in leading Holderness the past 3 years, Bob Hall. Bob's spirit is truly indomitable, and it was his passion for and belief in the Holderness community that allowed us to successfully raise over $27 million for the Elevating Academics campaign, including the funding for the new science and math building and the renovation of other academic spaces. More importantly, this award is especially significant for you, Bob, because you always said the goal of these exciting projects must be first and foremost about moving the mission of Holderness forward. As a board member and board chair, this has been your constant mantra. Holderness has always been and is and must be on mission. Your remarkable gift has been to keep us on mission while also helping us to move dynamically forward. For this reason, you are the perfect recipient for the Thurner Award for significantly increasing and furthering the mission of Holderness School. Congratulations and thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Phil.
So, one more thing, Bob. In recognition of the pivotal role you've played at Holderness School and in this campaign, and in honor of your love of the school, your family's passion for the outdoors, we wish to dedicate the outdoor classroom, which will be right over here, which is a signature piece, the centerpiece of the academic quad, in the Hall family name. So.
Wow. Awesome. Terrific. Really good.
Now for the fun part. Associate Head of School, Toby Finninger, will now come forward to read our seniors' names as Bishop Hirschfeld helps me present the diplomas. Yes.
Remember that you won't give the diploma until we say congratulations, Isaac.
Right.
So they're just going to stand there. member of the Holderness School Class of 2019, I will share a few words about each student. These words have many authors, including the student's advisor, teachers and coaches, and in a few cases, words from the students themselves. So without further ado, let's begin to honor the members of the class of 2019. From Heinola, Finland, Ate Ilmari Aalto. This year's Dallas Award winner clearly exemplifies loyalty and dedication to the school. His quiet leadership and outstanding perseverance have been a model for all of his teammates, classmates, teachers, and coaches. Congratulations, Ate. From Manchester, New Hampshire, Keenan Bassam Alnahas. A determined young man who knows his own mind, Keenan has taught us much about living true to yourself and forging your own path through the world. A path that involved jumping ahead to join this year's graduating class. Congratulations, Keenan. From Hingham, Massachusetts, Talia Lynn Anastas. Winner of the Dana Rowe Award, Talia has made an outstanding contribution to the life of the school. Her infectious enjoyment of life and her dedication to the Holderness community are distinctive. Congratulations, Talia. From Fenton, Missouri, Connor Michael Androlevich. Connor truly cares for his school, his friends, his teammates, and he elevates our school's spirit in many ways. Always well coiffed, well dressed, and with his game face on, Connor's success is ensured in his next adventures. Congratulations, Connor. From Kennebunk, Maine, Jameson Thayer Beja. In his avid love of the outdoors in all seasons, Jamie has discovered the possibilities of combining his passions with his educational pursuits. He will be somebody you will want to guide you on your next adventure. Congratulations, Jamie. From Canaan, New Hampshire, Beckham John Mers Bayruther. This year's Coaches Award winner is an avid athlete and outdoorsman. He's a natural leader and an impressive athlete who has left a strong mark on many people in this community with his infectious smile and can-do attitude. Congratulations, Beckham. From Eagle, Colorado, Yarmany McTaggart Bellows. A model of perseverance and joy, Yarmany has been a shining star on our stage, our ice, and in the lives of her peers. Keep your eyes open for this young thespian as she continues to pursue her passion of acting. Congratulations, Yarmany. From Andover, Massachusetts, Joseph Ryden Biddle. A one-year postgraduate who jumped into our community with both feet, Joe became an instant leader on the soccer field, hockey rink, and in the dorm. Congratulations, Joe. From Marblehead, Massachusetts, Abigail Ann Bowes. A genial, passionate leader of Weld Hall, Abby brightened our grayest days with her big, bubbly smile. She supported our common work with ready enthusiasm, doing jobs that needed to be done for the welfare of the community. Congratulations, Abby. From East Burke, Vermont, John Ben McNulty Booker. Ben possesses a determination to live his life the way that best suits him. His creative mind and openness to new ideas made him a joy to teach and know. A scholar and philosopher, his mind and heart are full. Congratulations, Ben. From Ketchum, Idaho, Henry Paxton Bunting. In his 1 year at Holderness, Paxton has never failed to bring a positive vibe and attitude to every situation. His easygoing personality, ready smile, and cheerful outlook made him many friends. He was a perfect match for our community. Congratulations, Paxton. From Manhasset, New York, Matthew Daniel Butchma. As Matt described himself, he showed up fashionably late, got his work done, and will leave right on time. This bright and capable student left his mark quietly and profoundly on everyone who had the pleasure of knowing him. Congratulations, Matt. From Guilford, New Hampshire, Claudia Violet Canton. Don't be fooled by her friendly smile. This young woman, who was part of the West Wing gang, is uncompromising, tenacious, and determined. You don't want to get in her way in the classroom or on the field. Congratulations, Claudia. From Brooklyn, New York, Kalira Carlina Carter. Casey's accumulation of basketball points marks her determination as an athlete. Her smile marks her warm heart and love of life. Next year, she will trade her Holderness blue for carnelian red. Congratulations, Casey. From Laconia, New Hampshire, Drea Lee Chin. Drea is a young woman who knows how to manifest her future in a way that will impact the world, one small gesture of leadership at a time. Her support of teammates, friends, and other day students was instrumental to their success and overall well-being. Congratulations, Drea. From Plymouth, Massachusetts, Charles Patrick Cuna. It's a good thing this 4-year, 3-20 JV baseball player has his music to fall back on. This self-described fun-haver, who definitely got it, has wowed us on stage with his musicianship and amused us with his antics and facial expressions. Congratulations, Charlie. From Plymouth, New Hampshire, Hayden Steiner Dahl. This mover and doer and lover of the outdoors is endowed with an infectious smile and fun-loving spirit, which sometimes gets him into trouble. Kinetic and potential energy animates this positive and supportive friend. Congratulations, Hayden. From Snowmass, Colorado, Stian Elston Davenport. Stian may be many things, but he is not the vegan rights activist that he claims to be. His subtle wit and quietly intrepid spirit have made him many loyal and lifelong friends who are sure to share many adventures to come. Congratulations, Stian. From Marblehead, Massachusetts, Dylan John DeVries. This student body president and Marshall Award winner led us this year with his caring, kind, humble, and generous spirit. Dylan was a friend to all and the embodiment of happiness and optimism. Congratulations, Dylan. From Hanoi, Vietnam, Quang Minh Do. Strong-willed and fun-loving, Quang blazed his own trail through Holderness, which included flooding Buzz's room. A model for Carry the Luggage Award given to selfless athletes, Quang supported his hockey team by stepping into the goal when needed. Congratulations, Quang. From Hull, Massachusetts, Griffin Edward Doherty. A lifer at Holderness, Griffin connected with both the community and the outdoors. This inquisitive and friendly young man was also an angler who developed an appreciation for the fish-filled waters and the meandering trails of the woods. Congratulations, Griffin. From Holderness, New Hampshire, Bryn Carolyn Donovan. A humble nurturer of all living things, great and small, Bryn gave voice to those who felt most silenced. This year's winner of the Don and Pat Henderson Award has contributed generously to the welfare of this community, exhibiting quiet and sometimes not so quiet leadership. Congratulations, Bryn. From the Canary Islands, Spain, Javier Dorado Gomez. This easygoing and carefree Spaniard is far from home, but found a home on the basketball court and among a close group of friends who may one day find out exactly where the Canary Islands are located. Congratulations, Javier. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Allegra Francis Driscoll. With the presence of a pop star and the creative mind of a poet, this talented musician has been an ally and friend to many, leaving a legacy of music and musicians in her wake. Congratulations, Allegra. From Tustin, California, Tanner James Ensign. Our only Southern Californian hockey player, Tanner has developed his passions for photography and video game design, all while excelling as a dorm leader and a kind friend and classmate. Congratulations, Tanner. From Dover, New Hampshire, Sydney Ann Facetta. Arriving just this past August, Sydney was a hardworking student and a fierce competitor on the ice. She was also a caring friend to her peers and all the children on campus. Congratulations, Sydney. From Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Nicholas Robert Fenn. This reserved young man from the Mountain West walks his own quiet path, but exhibits a depth of knowledge and thoughtfulness if you're lucky enough to step into the orbit of his interests and observations. Congratulations, Nick. From Farmington, Connecticut, Alexandra Grace Ferry. Allie is serious about her reading, her music, her friendships, and her faith, but always saves time for laughing out loud in the dorm. One of the many blessings she brought to our community was the sheer beauty of her singing voice, which had the power to transport us to the very heavens. Congratulations, Allie. From Unionville, Pennsylvania, Oliver Busby Fisher. Though Buzz is the third Fisher sibling to graduate from Holderness, this endurance thoroughbred forged his own path and found success in the classroom, on stage, and in the woods, roads, and lakes of New Hampshire. Congratulations, Buzz. From Sudbury, Massachusetts, Sophia Sigrid Fitzgerald. Siggy's competitive focus, sense of fun, and drive for excellence, whether on the field or slope, or even leading her pantry crew while on crutches, paints a vivid picture of Holderness grit and grace. Congratulations, Siggy. From Pierrefonds, Canada, Isaiah William Fox. Foxy's speed on the soccer field and on the ice will be missed next year, but we know his future community will appreciate his athletic finesse and smooth ways. He is a true friend and supporter to all around him. Congratulations, Foxy. From Bangkok, Thailand, Siwakorn Fuyangka Winsambat. This Thai scholar, named Thai from Thailand, came, saw, and conquered everything from O-hike to JV2 soccer to becoming a Webby boy. Along the way, he enriched the lives of all who were fortunate to know him. Congratulations, Thai. From Stowe, Vermont, Isaac David Fury. Isaac was a three-sport varsity letter winner in theater, photography, and golf. This year's Bob Brooks Award recipient is a constant friend ready to help anyone who might need support, sympathetic counsel, or a hug. Congratulations, Isaac. From Vail, Colorado, Lily Page Gillette. Beneath her quiet, unassuming exterior lies a purring engine of purpose, driving her goals as a fierce scholar, determined athlete, and a true friend. Lest you think she's all business, this young lady's smile and giggle reveal her joy for life. Congratulations, Lily. From Branford, Connecticut, Megan Frances Gillis. Meg is a spirited leader who brought energy and enthusiasm to her teams, classes, dorm life, and all school events. She is also a fun and loyal friend to many and will quickly be central to college life next year. Congratulations, Meg. From Montreal, Canada, Sebastian Alexander Gingras. Seb was a strong teammate who was always ready to help others, whether it was in the dorm, classroom, or hockey rink. This one-year Canadian was quick to embrace our community and share his positive energy. Congratulations, Seb. From Coral Gables, Florida, Spencer Latimer Glasscock. Spencer wins the award for the most number of inches grown since his freshman year. A quiet, humble leader in the dorm and friend to many, this Floridian displays a southern ease and charm and earns extra kudos for character simply for enduring 4 years of northern New England winter when he could have been basking in the tropical heat of his home state. Congratulations, Spencer. From Charlotte, North Carolina, Young Juan Guan. The elder statesman for the student body, Young is a respected member of our community. His maturity, seriousness of purpose, kindness, and and sincerity are a model for his classmates. Congratulations, Young. From Hollola, Finland, Vivi Sofia Hamalainen. An engaged and dedicated leader from Finland, Vivi modeled perseverance and empathy in her academics, friendships, and athletics. Her friends will remember her spunk and fearless approach to life. Congratulations, Vivi. From Boston, Massachusetts, Patrick William Heffernan. A good friend, a fun-loving leader, and a caring mentor, Patrick reminded us of the importance of personal connections to live a fulfilling life. Congratulations, Pat. From Westport, Connecticut, Thomas Patrick Hendricks. Tommy's unique humor hid a quiet curiosity and leadership that was felt across the campus. His ability to persevere this year in the face of physical adversity was a testament to his unflappable way of living. Congratulations, Tommy. From New York, New York, Colin Jackson Hoffner. Unafraid to ask challenging questions, Colin has remained steadfast in his pursuit of truth and self-betterment and the occasional fish at the end of the fly line. Congratulations, Colin. From Beijing, China, Zian Huang. Jovial and unerringly kind, Zian worked to build a sense of community, both on campus as a dorm leader and on the other side of the globe, where he'd graciously play host to Holderness visitors in his hometown of Beijing, China. Congratulations, Zian. From Ware, New Hampshire, Bryce Christopher Johnson. Unassuming, yet an extraordinarily talented athlete, student, and friend, Bryce's levity and care for all showed the community other ways to lead. Congratulations, Bryce. From Winchester, Massachusetts, William Robert Keating. Will deserves a drum roll in his walk up to this spot. It was his literal drum beats that set a steadying tempo and energetic drive for not just the many performances he gave while here, but also the ordinary moments of community life in which his kind and gentle humanity took center stage. Congratulations, Will. From Singapore, Sean Kwan Jia Chien. A curious and creative student, Sean was never afraid to share his beliefs in pursuit of making diversity and acceptance paramount. This sword-making Singaporean lived by the motto, "Life is short, be original." Congratulations, Sean. From Wuhan, China, Zi Qing Lin. This Gallup Award winner embodies creative and community leadership. Lily exudes kindness and determination in every aspect of her life. She has contributed quietly to the betterment of the school during the 4 years we have been fortunate to know her. Congratulations, Lily. From North Andover, Massachusetts, Jacob Walter Madigan. On the court and on the field, Jake displays the heart and tenacity of a competitor. Without a ball in play, that same heart beats with tenderness and care towards the family and friends he holds most dear. Congratulations, Jake. From Bourne, Massachusetts, Victoria Bridget McKenzie. Toe's quiet and humble demeanor belies a selfless, thoughtful, and funny friend and leader. She models for all of us how to go toe-to-toe, pun intended, with our most daunting fears and challenges. Congratulations, Toe. From Bangkok, Thailand, Akalawit Naplaser. This Thai scholar, who we know as Palm, has been a humble and kind intellectual leader on the Holderness campus. He has willingly helped many others develop an understanding and even enjoyment in those areas he understands so intuitively, mathematics and physics. Congratulations, Palm. From Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, Ha Jong Za Win. Far from the balmy breezes of Vietnam, Mina has learned to forge her own path in this cold, snowy climate, displaying innate kindness as well as focus and drive in a way that envelops others in the glow of her radiant warmth and energy. Congratulations, Mina. From Hanoi, Vietnam, Ling Hein Win Huan. Ling's unique voice stirs others to follow the guiding passions of intellect and creativity, not to mention the sheer beauty of honest expression. Whether she's engaged in a classroom discussion or singing at an open mic, she invites us into a space where individuals can thrive in community. Congratulations, Ling. From Ostrava, Czech Republic, Adam Novak. This one-year Czech student was anything but a shrinking violet. In fact, whether it was on the stage or sidewalk, Adam truly owned it, making his way into the Holderness community with energetic flair, charisma to spare, and abundant kindness. Ever the gentleman, his sense of humor and positivity will be missed. Congratulations, Adam. From Dover, Massachusetts, Cecilia Cole O'Mara. graceful, stylish, and silly, Cece is a beautiful and enduring blend of contradictions and surprises. Cece's kind, cheerful demeanor and zest for life made her a fun and positive member of her classes, teams, and dorms. Congratulations, Cece. From Dover, Massachusetts, Alexander Robert Hargraves Oliver. Alex is an astute observer of the human condition and a conscientious leader of our community, which made him an excellent classmate, teammate, and dorm leader. That is, if you didn't have to share space with him, namely in what he himself deemed the messiest room on campus. Congratulations, Alex. From Concord, New Hampshire, Darby Gage Palisi. A force to be reckoned with on the ice and fields, this year's Coaches Award winner is a positive, motivated, and kind friend who lifts others with her contagious smile. Congratulations, Darby. From Winchester, Massachusetts, Megan Allison Paynier. More capable than she knows, more determined than she shows, Meg endured challenges this year that have tested and strengthened her body and spirit. Despite these obstacles, she was determined to make the most of her 2 years at Holderness, including competing in her first cycling race only weeks after ditching her crutches. Congratulations, Meg. From Cohasset, Massachusetts, Lillian Gold Patterson. Lily leads with positivity and by example in the classroom, dorm, field, and courts. Her infectious giggle brings people together and makes everyone smile. Congratulations, Lily. From Gorham, Maine, Joseph Samuel Pelletier. Joe is no regular Joe. In fact, his outstanding leadership on the field, in the dorm, or most visibly in Weld, distinguishes him as a uniquely gifted young man in possession of charisma and kindness, passion and compassion, humor and humility. Congratulations, Joe. From Thornton, New Hampshire, Emily Rose Peltier. Emily, certainly for the day girls in her charge, is like the cool big sister who gives you good advice, inside tips, and moral support to get you through those tricky high school days. Her nurturing spirit will serve her well as she looks ahead to a career in nursing. Congratulations, Emily. From Westwood, Massachusetts, Julia Catherine Phillips. Energetic, smiley, and just a little sassy, Julia's unassuming presence and unwavering willingness to contribute to a team, whether in athletics, theater, or service, made every group she graced better. Congratulations, Julia. From Southampton, New York, Anthony Finnegan Pilaro. He of the high-flying warp-speed skateboard that assaults the ears before passing in a high-pitched blur, Finn attracts attention for more than his mode of transportation. A talented artist, helpful usher, and stairmaster of ceremonies, he brings a palpable energy, love of community, and a uniquely buoyant spirit to Holderness. Congratulations, Finn. From Pointe Claire, Quebec, Canada, Kevin Patrick Pitts. A top point producer athletically over the past 2 seasons, Kevin's tough and gritty personality and his affection for his friends and teammates will be missed in the classroom, on the ice, and on the links. Congratulations, Kevin. From Meredith, New Hampshire, Anna Margaret Pollock. Anna's quick, genuine smile embodies her ability to befriend all in the community. We also admire the true joy she takes in collaborating with and caring for others. Congratulations, Anna. From Meredith, New Hampshire, Joseph Anthony Pollock. This JV corner kick specialist and Eastern Alpine captain was very committed to his studies and was a quiet contributor to the life of the school. His calm presence and kindness permeated every activity and relationship he had on campus. Congratulations, Joey. From Kennebunk, Maine, Catherine Dellings Pellini. Kate has the soul of a poet, the panache of a designer, and an effervescent personality on the stage that has delighted her audiences and uplifted her friends. Congratulations, Kate. From Winchester, Massachusetts, Bridget Appleyard Potter. Don't let her demure bearing fool you. Bridget's wry, mischievous sense of humor and her sharp, often irreverent intellect attracts others to her like bees in an apple yard. Get it? She's a conscientious learner. Thank you. She's a conscientious learner and competitor who exudes joy and compassion in all aspects of her life. Congratulations, Bridget. From Winchester, Massachusetts, Catherine Elizabeth Potter. Catherine displays a tenacious spirit in all aspects of school life. This Clarkson Award winner was willing to use her abilities to the fullest, stand up for what she believes, and persevere through challenges. We are thankful for her contributions and the mark she left on this community. Congratulations, Catherine. From Shanghai, China, Kelly Hui Li Qian. A methodical scholar, astute friend, caring ally, and committed athlete, Kelly has embraced all of her Holderness experiences with a zest that has accompanied her around the globe. Congratulations, Kelly. From Rye, New Hampshire, Elizabeth Doty Reed. This caring mental health activist is a model of perseverance. Liz's curiosity and passion will continue to drive her as she pursues a life in support of others. Congratulations, Liz. From Deer Isle, Maine, Avery Dennison Reynolds. This dedicated and hardworking student knows as much about lobsters as Latin. Her witty personality and open nature have brought delight to this community and will bring light to the dark Scottish winters of St. Andrews next year. Congratulations, Avery. From Concord, New Hampshire, Morgan Lee Sisson. This Webster Cup winner is feisty, competitive, diligent, spirited, and fully engaged in Holderness life. Morgan Sisson is an exemplary leader and role model. Congratulations, Morgan. From East Hampton, Massachusetts, John McGraw Spence. In his 1 year with us, Jack brought with him, in his words, some of his East Coast hardcore real stuff. Whatever that means, we know that his life here was filled with friends, adventures, and even injuries, which never erased the warm smile and kind words he had for all. Congratulations, Jack. From Pittsfield, Vermont, Michaela Ann Stoller. With a big heart, a ready smile, and always the offer to help, MK is the embodiment of the servant leader, setting an example of quietly letting her life speak to the best that she is, the best that there is. Her humble nature and unassuming leadership have made us a better community and a better school. Congratulations, Michaela. From West Lynn, Oregon, Taylor Patricia Teach. To encounter Taylor on the path is to bask in a moment of sunshine. Her attentive, caring nature and dedication to her schoolwork and friendships, as well as her passion for running, have made us the lucky beneficiaries of her 2 years at Holderness. Congratulations, Taylor. From North Attleboro, Massachusetts, Michael Joseph Trask. Feisty yet respectful, hardworking yet relaxed, Michael grew in confidence and care for others. At times, he took the road less traveled, but those opportunities enriched his experience and all those who had the pleasure of working with him. Congratulations, Michael. From Stamford, Connecticut, Catherine Sarah Erdang. curious and committed scholar, citizen, and activist, Kit is committed to a life of action for the betterment of her world and community. Be careful, though. If you cross her in an argument, you might just find yourself skewered by her precise words and sharp ideas. Congratulations, Kit. From Hingham, Massachusetts, Alexandra Lauren Vanderluft. A thoughtful learner and kind-hearted friend who not only wrote her own book, but also graced us with her impeccable recitations of poetry, Lexi has soared in her time here and may one day realize her dream and literally fly into space. Congratulations, Lexi. From Northampton, New Hampshire, Samuel Andre Walzak. This curious and kind student has only one gear, full throttle. Whether on a bike, skis, an erg, or in a boat, Sam seeks the limits of his abilities and always does the best work that he can until he can do no more. Congratulations, Sam. From Fayston, Vermont, Connor Stevens Woolley. In his 1 year at Holderness, Connor has shared with us his kind-hearted spirit, his easygoing personality, and his ability to persevere through challenging circumstances. Although his time with us was short, we are grateful for the many ways he made our community better. Congratulations, Connor. From Shenzhen, China, Andre W. Yao. To be or not to be? Why is there air? What is the meaning of life? This year's Frost Award winner's intellect and curiosity about everything, combined with sincere compassion and concern for his community, personifies the highest aspirations of Holderness School. He is brave and brilliant, and we will miss his big mind and big heart. Congratulations, Andre. From Singapore, Sergio Jia Chi Yap. An excellent leader, videographer, athlete, and friend, Sergio shines in many areas. Smart, inquisitive, kind, goofy, and concussed are just some of the qualities that describe Sergio, an all-around great human being. Congratulations, Sergio. I'll let you do it.
Thank you, Ms. Finninger, for those remarkable tributes to an incredible class. Each of those was done. Each of those tributes was written by a combination of the advisor, Ms. Finninger, and Mr. Lin, and it took countless hours to do that, and it's really excellent. So, folks, let's welcome the class of 2019, our newest alumni. Bishop Hirschfeld will lead us in our benediction. Please be seated.
Life is short, and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel this journey with us. So let us be swift to be kind and serve both God and humankind. And the blessing of God, the Creator, the Redeemer, the Sanctifier, be upon us and fill our hearts with grace and motivate our souls with love, curiosity, and courage today and always. Amen.
So our faculty will recess first, followed by the graduates. We welcome all of you in this glorious, now sunny day to be outside and also to join us for a meal in Weld. Congratulations, class of 2019. Faculty, will you go first?
Oh, that's great. Yep. Way to do it.
You know what you couldn't see? So you know what was beautiful was watching with every kid, watching how much joy they
Absolutely.
each of them
Amazing.
reflected, amazing. Just, it's a really beautiful class. Janice, I hope you like that. We were trying to figure out it's Bertha's real birth. We knew both of them. Thank you for doing that. So now the chair crew stays around. We get our find our kids.
I think at graduation it just gets better and better. It was excellent. Really great. Just right on point. Really terrific.